right. Hello, everyone. I am your teacher today, Robin Shaw. Welcome to today's live stream. I hope you can hear and see me well wherever you are. I am here in South Korea, just getting set up here. And I see a lot of students have entered the chat. Let's take a look. Layla's here. How's it going? Everything's fine. Jonathan, hey. Nice to see you here. M. Aravinth, hello. And you guys are talking. Michelle, hello. Welcome, Michelle. Sleepwalker, Pallavi, hello, Pallavi. Welcome, everyone. If you got an English question or a question about anything, start typing away. I hope to help you. I had one question from a student from Shaw English. Let's see, what was that question? It was about pronunciation. Let's get the question. It's getting more and more complicated. Oh, no, that's not the question. All right. Let's see if I got it now. All right. This student asked, I cannot is one word. I cannot pronunciation. Okay. English well, what I need to do. Let's fix up the question first. I would say my pronunciation is not good. What do I need to do? All right, that was a question from the student from, I think, Vietnam or Myanmar, somewhere. I'm not sure. My pronunciation is not good. What do I need to do? Well, fixing pronunciation. There's many ways to fix your pronunciation, but the best way is always to copy a native speaker. So if you're learning British or American English or Australian or New Zealand, wherever you're studying or you're planning to go or whatever English you want to learn, it's best to listen to how they speak and copy as much as you can. Mimic, shadow, whatever you want to call it, copy them to fix your pronunciation. It's difficult to fix pronunciation. The older you get, the more difficult it is to fix pronunciation. But I think, my view is pronunciation for most students is not a big problem. As long as people understand you, you don't need an American accent or British accent. But it takes a lot of hard work to fix pronunciation. All right, let's see. Anyone else have questions? You look different. You have a slight beard today. Yeah. Nirmala, Jennifer, hello. Heliomar de Oliveira, hello. Just checking through here. You guys are talking about the weather. I think Sleepwalker has a question here. Robin, do you already feel Christmas mood? Put up a tree. Let me fix up. So you can see, we're going to say the Christmas. You already feel the Christmas mood? And did you put up a tree or have you put up a tree? No. No. In South Korea, they don't really care about Christmas. In South Korea, I'll begin with North America. North America, Christmas is a family event. So every Christmas when I was young, I would meet my My grandparents, my cousins, we would all meet at my grandparents' house. It was a family event. But in South Korea, it's not a family event. So it is in South Korea. It's actually a dating day where couples go out to date. You don't get anything for your family. They don't use Christmas trees. There's, the shopping malls will have some decorations, but there's really not much of a Christmas mood in South Korea. That's fine. I'm okay. And I don't put up a Christmas tree. I don't really care about Christmas too much in South Korea. So no. No, no. Layla has a question here. Which door open? Could you please make my sentence in... I'm not going to do active passive, Layla. You don't need to worry. I would say, Layla, you don't need to worry about active passive. Because a lot of students give me active passive, and there's some sentence. I hate teaching active passive because it's an important thing to know, but there's a lot of grammar that we're not going to use in the passive voice. And students, what is this in the passive voice? It's like, I don't know. We never use it in the passive voice. So Layla, sorry, that's one topic I'm going to stay away from today, at least, is active passive. And I would say you don't need to worry about it too much. Layla, if anyone wants to buy you a coffee during your live stream, if the English is free, but the lights and everything, the equipment is not free. I do spend money to teach you, and thanks for the supporters. If you're a supporter of the channel, thank you very much. But of course, to buy the coffee, you got to join on YouTube, and YouTube I think you need a credit card for that. But I appreciate everyone who helps me out here. Pays well. Today it's not coffee, it's cola. Is Justina here? Oh, hello, Justina. Teyaba Ashik. How I improve my vocabulary. Let's take a look. How do I improve my English vocabulary? Good spelling there and question. Well, you got 4 question marks, but let's just put 1. Read, read, read. There are 4 exclamation. This is the best way to improve your vocabulary. Read, read, read. The more you read, the more words you will see. You're getting more input. You keep reading and you will learn the words quicker. Do not use vocabulary lists. A vocabulary list might be good if you have a test tomorrow. But if you really want to acquire these words and know the vocabulary for the rest of your life, you got to read, read, read. Learn the words, and of course, try to use them in your speaking and writing as much as you can. But the key for vocabulary and grammar, read, read, read. Read. So, Teyaba Ashik, if you don't like reading, big problem. Because you're to increase your vocabulary, you got to start reading. Saeed Falik, hello. Pallavi. Robin, sir, I watch your videos on your YouTube channel, and I really love it. Thanks, sir. Yeah, Pallavi. Esther and I talked about you. Pallavi, yeah, we talked about you because Esther says you're always watching her videos, and we know about you, Pallavi. Hola, Serba. Hello. Serbi, sorry. Hola, Serba, Serbi. Interesting name. I gave it to her because she wanted it. Are there 2 ways to pronounce wanted by native speakers? There's many ways to pronounce this. You got to remember, English is an international language. It's in many countries with many dialects. So yeah, there's many ways to pronounce wanted. Now, when you just look at the word wanted, of course, it's going to be right here is going to have that ID sound, wanted. But of course, if I just see the word here, I'm going to say wanted. But when it's in the sentence, I gave it to her because she wanted. That's how I'm going to say it. Wanted. That T is very reduced. Wanted. So depending where you are, I'm going to say that T is very reduced. Some people might say wanted, but I say wanted without that T. So yeah, so the question, your answer is there's more that I would say there's multiple ways to pronounce every English word. Well, most English words. Excuse me. Layla, unfortunately, I don't have a credit card yet, but you are a loyal member, Layla. Michelle and Jonathan, thank you and Dwee here. You guys are here tonight. Thank you very much for your support. I always appreciate it, but I never say thanks enough. Robin, is the word series plural and singular right? Can we use it both ways? I think we did a video on this long ago. So yeah, I think this is how we use it. Did you watch the series? Talking about one, I watched 2 series these days. Yeah, so that's how we're going to use it. Just reading the comments. Zakira Sultana, hello. Vask Tech, Marianne Burke. What's Vask Tech? All right, Layla has a question here. If I say the train will arrive in 30 minutes, could it be the train might arrive after 25 minutes or 20 minutes? The train will arrive in 30 minutes. I think this is focusing more at the 30 minutes. Because if it wasn't 30 minutes, we would say about 30 minutes. So the train will arrive in about 30 minutes. That might mean 35 minutes. But when you say in 30 minutes, very close to 30 minutes. And also, I feel there's a difference between the train will arrive in 30 minutes and the train will arrive after 30 minutes. So what do you think? I think that's the same thing. If anybody knows, I think this is the same thing. These 2 sentences. The train will arrive after 30 minutes. So what do you think? The train will arrive in 30 minutes. The train will arrive after 30 minutes. I think that's the same thing. Let me just do a quick check. Seems the same to me. 30 minutes, that train. Can't find any information about that. I don't know of the technical rule. There might be some rule somewhere, but to me, that's saying the same thing. Now, Google wants to change it to in. So the train will arrive in 30 minutes seems to be the grammatically correct sentence. But of course, people do say in speaking, the train will arrive after 30 minutes. People will say that. But Google is telling me the grammar is in. Can we use the word serial, serial interchangeably? Heck, good word, Sleepwalker. Do these mean the same thing? Well, I know what serial means, but when we're speaking, we don't usually say serial too much. And I'm just going to check that. Just checking. Got some difficult questions. I don't know all the answers. So, well, the quick answer is no. I would say no. They're very similar, but we don't usually use serial for TV shows. We use series for TV shows. Unless they use serial in British or Australian English, I don't know. Could be used more over there, but in American English, we use series. The internet says it's not the same. Internet says many things. There's no quick answer. It's just they're very similar. Usually for TV, we use TV series. And a serial, it might be for something that's in writing. Like in a magazine. If you have a magazine and each week they have, they have one big story, but each week they show a little bit of the story in the magazine. That's what we used to call serial, but not many people are reading magazines anymore. We're all watching TV series on Netflix, but yeah. Similar that it's a continuation of the same story, but when in speaking, I don't know about British English. For TV shows, we use TV series. Serial is more for a writing term. That's the best I can give you, Sleepwalker. If after you do just 3 or 4 drawings and it's not making sense to you, that's okay. Has this sentence used make sense properly? Because I know its meaning, but I don't know how to use it correctly. Well, let's take a look. If after. If after you do just 3 or 4 drawings and it's not making sense to you, that's okay. It makes sense to me if after you do just 3 or 4 drawings and it's not making sense to you. This is the confusing part because drawings, what do you mean by making sense? Making sense means there's some confusion. So how does drawing cause confusion? I'm not sure. This part. So can you fix that part? In 30 minutes sounds natural. Yeah, in 30 minutes, but after 30 minutes, people say it. And Nirmala, I guess we can expect the train to arrive before 30 minutes. Yeah, it will happen before 30 minutes, could be 20 minutes, could be 15 minutes. So that's not exact. What's the difference between in 30 minutes and after? Well, we could say the train will arrive within 30 minutes. Now, if you're using within 30 minutes, that means now until 30 minutes later. Okay, that the period from now, we have a 30-minute window where it could arrive if we're using within. But don't confuse within and in. Farida Aya Ferry. Hello, Pallavi. Yeah, Layla, to me, there's no difference. That doesn't mean there might be, I'm just, when I talk about every answer, you guys ask the question, every answer, first I have to go by my feeling. And if I'm not sure, I'll do a quick Google check. But yeah, I don't know every technical rule of English. I have a lot of experience teaching English, but sometimes I just don't know the technical rules. I just have to go what I hear from other native speakers. All right, any other questions? I'll have a drink of my cola. What's the temperature here? -2. -2 degrees C right now in my neighborhood. Oh, just went to -3, getting colder, but no snow. A little bit windy. Not windy, windy. That's the weather in my neighborhood. All right. Alyssa's here, but before I get to Alyssa, Layla's in the queue. Your teaching makes sense for me. Those examples you wrote are still not making sense to your students. His decisions always don't make sense. What do you think about my sentences? Yeah, your teaching makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Those examples you wrote are still not making sense to your students. His decisions always don't make sense. Yeah, now if you're just using make sense, these sentences make sense. Alyssa, hi Robin, is this correct? Alyssa says, I put it up on the whiteboard, the digital whiteboard here. I'm just typing it. I find his jokes to be funny. Yes, this makes sense. Okay, so this is a little bit of advanced speaking. I find. Sometimes when we're speaking English, we're going to use this expression, I find him or I find her, followed by to be. So let's make these different colors. Sorry, Alyssa. I find him is blue, and to be I'm putting red. Just to break up that sentence, I find him or her to be, and then adjective. So in this case, the subject is his jokes. I find his jokes, that's our subject, to be funny. I find him to be nice. Let's use a different subject. I find her hair to be oily. Something like that. And it's just your opinion. about something. So you're all expressing your opinion on something. So this is a little bit advanced way to express your opinion about something or someone. Pallavi. Sir, can you explain the 0, first, second, third conditional of grammar? And sorry, Pallavi, the answer is no. It's no for two reasons. First reason, I already taught that in videos on this channel. If you go back into the library somewhere, I taught 0 conditional, first conditional, third, second, third conditionals of grammar. And the second reason, Pallavi, you have to be, I have to answer a question in about 1 or 2 minutes, maximum. And this kind of question I cannot answer in 2 minutes. You're asking me to teach the entire English language basically in 2 minutes. So sorry, Pallavi, I already taught those. You can find those. And Pallavi, you got to get a little more simpler questions, because I cannot teach those. I would need to prepare example sentences. And sorry, Pallavi. Hello, Mr. Rahman. You are disappeared WhatsApp group. Yeah, sorry, Assad. You know, September to December is my busy season. So I'm not really active in WhatsApp. So I will probably be more active in WhatsApp in January. It's really hard. I'm going to go to, if Alyssa's is still watching, I just put up my video schedule for YouTube. So these are all the videos I upload to YouTube on the Shaw English channel. And these are the upcoming videos. So almost finished. I have about today was not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have about 10 more videos to upload on Shaw English, and then I'm done. I'm done uploading videos for Shaw English maybe until March or April. And you can see on December 19th, I'll do a live stream on Shaw English. So I'm still uploading. I am almost finished, and then I'll be done uploading, and then I'll be back to WhatsApp more. Farida, what is she asking? Can you tell us what's the difference between could you pass me that book? Where's your question mark? And may you pass me that book? Well, you're trying to be polite, and we don't use may right away. We don't use may you. So if you wanted the book, you would ask this sentence here. Could you pass me the book? You would not ask, may you pass me that book? This is wrong. I'll talk about that in a moment. So to answer quickly your question, they're very different. This one is the correct way to ask someone to pass you a book. Now, when using could you or may you we don't use. Now I'm going to change it to can I or could I go to the toilet or the washroom? May I? Now if you're going to use may, you got to say may I, not may you. May I? May I go to the washroom? All right, now they're similar. Now they're getting similar. Both polite expressions. Could I go to the washroom? May I go to the washroom? Both are polite, but technically, may I is correct in this case. All right. This is the, I forgot the two. May I go to the washroom? Could I go to the washroom? Yeah, a lot of native speakers are going to say that. Could I go to the washroom? But that's more, is it possible? And may I is asking for permission. So both of these are used in the English language. Could I go to the washroom? May I go to the washroom? Technically, may I is the correct one to use. But if you said, could I go to the washroom? Nobody's going to care. Nobody will care about that. But in your question, could you and may you, we don't use may you. We don't use may you. Aska Furley. Let's see what you got. I want to get a feel for his mental condition. What's the meaning of get a feel for? Good question. Get a feel for. Get a feel for. Get a feel for means I just want to feel I want to sense what's happening. So I walk around Paris at night just to get a feel of the city. All right, this is not exactly the same expression, but we have this word feel. Just, I want to walk around Paris at night just to get a feel of the city. So I want to have a good experience to understand the city by testing, walking this way, walking that way. And I get all this walking around the city at night, and I have this better knowledge and sense about Paris. The noise, the sights, everything. So when we have get a feel for his mental condition, I want to call my boss just to get before I go to work, I'm going to call my boss to get a feel for his mental condition. So get a feel for it. I want to know if he's good mental condition, bad mental condition, if he's crazy, if he's okay. So I want to get a feel for it. I want to know, I want to experience, by talking to him, I get the sense if he's in a good mental condition. All right, that's all I have to say. Azka, I hope you got it. Have you ever taught old people who were older than you, and did you treat them? And how? I think that's supposed to be a how. Did you treat them? Yeah, I teach older people, over 60. Yeah, I teach them English. They want to learn English. I teach them English. So probably the oldest student I ever taught was 72. I don't teach them the same way as I teach young students, but certainly I do my best to teach them. Oh, how did you treat them? Okay. Alyssa, is it okay to exclude the B? I find his jokes funny. Yeah, you can do that, but it sounds a little more natural. I find his jokes to be funny. I find his jokes funny. Both are okay. Both are okay. Sorry, Pallavi. Yeah, I usually pick on. Yeah, okay. Robin said, don't ask me dictionary words. You can know them yourself. Otherwise, I'll pick on you next time. Did I use pick on correctly? Yep, that's correct. That's true. If you ask me, hey Robin, what does this word mean? I will say, I'm not a dictionary. Go to the dictionary, or I will go to the dictionary in front of you to show you how easy it is to check. You know, when you're learning English, it's don't just depend on the teacher to hold your hand all the time and make it easy for you. I'm here not really to, I can't really teach with Learn English Live here. I can't really teach too much, but I think this is a better tool for checking your homework. So, I can't, like Pallavi, I can't teach conditionals. Take too long. But if you had some sentences and you practice conditionals on your own time, and you brought them to this video and you said, hey, Robin, check my sentences. Do they make sense? That would be a better use of my time. Or, what does this word mean? No. Hey, Robin, I tried using this word in a sentence. Like Layla did here. She didn't ask me, what does pick on mean? She made a sentence and then asked me, did I use it correctly? So this is the perfect way to use me. And Layla knows very well that I love this style because she made her sentence and asked me to check. Dwee. All right, in the sentence, you should eat vegetables even if you don't like them. Okay, that's our sentence. So let's do this so we know it's our sentence. And then you have your question. Ooh. Could we change it even if to although? Yep. So you should eat vegetables even if you don't like them. Well, you can change it, but the meaning will change a little bit. Let's make it although. Let's change the color. Make it a little more. Why? Oh, this is not changing well. Let's change it blue. And let's change it down here to the same color, blue. All right, so are these sentences exactly the same? No, they're not exactly the same. They're very similar. You should eat your vegetables. That's the same. You should eat your vegetables. Now, this one says, even if. So the even if means I don't know if you like them or you don't like them. I don't know, really. But even if you don't like them, you should eat your vegetables. So the even if means I don't know if you like them or not, but even if you don't like them, you should eat your vegetables. Now this one, you should eat vegetables although you don't like them. This case, I know you don't like them. All right, so in this case, I don't know if you like them, so I said if. But this case, I know you don't like them, so I said although. So yeah, that would be the little difference. I hope you got it, Dewey. And Alyssa, what do you got here, Alyssa? Putting it up on the digital whiteboard. Is the word borderline is the same as completely and downright? His jokes are borderline. Yeah. His jokes are borderline ridiculous. My initial reaction is yes, that's the same. But I'm going to check that because you're asking about a word I probably never checked in the dictionary before. So borderline can mean, I'm writing the definition up here. Borderline can mean, oop, I lost it. Not clearly acceptable. So not clearly acceptable. I'm going to check the other dude. Jeez, Alyssa, why you make my job difficult? Borderline. All right, the dictionary didn't really help me, so I'll just explain it as I know it. So borderline, not clearly acceptable, but very close to, if we say borderline ridiculous, it's very close to being really, really ridiculous. It's right at the borderline. But people usually use it as an emphasis word to mean, too close to ridiculous. Is it the same as completely or downright? Not exactly the same, but very, very close. If someone said to me borderline, I would just consider that as emphasis on ridiculous. Or, here, I'll put it like this. I'm going to write, he is borderline crazy. He is completely crazy. I wrote these here. He is borderline crazy. He's completely crazy. These would be different. Borderline, very close to being crazy. But completely is, 110% completely crazy. So in this case, they're a little bit different. All right, what does Layla have here? A says, here, I usually write A like this. A, I need your help by doing my homework behalf of me. Oh, this is wrong. I already know. You can do it by yourself. I'm picking on you. Could you check these things? I need your help. I need your help doing my homework behalf on me. This is wrong. Nope. And it's a question mark. I'm not sure. Nope, this is definitely wrong, Layla. I need your help. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. You can do it by yourself. We would just say, I need you to do my homework for me. That's how we do express that top sentence. I need you to do my homework for me. And B would say, you can do it by yourself. I'm picking on you. Now, no, picking on you doesn't belong here. This is not picking. Picking is teasing. You can do it by yourself is not teasing. That is telling. That is not a joke. That is telling someone you can do it by yourself. So both A and B wrong. I'll take that out. I need you to do my homework for me. You can do it by yourself. That's what we would say. Gui, I'm here. Hello. Layla. Could be you are left with me, the same meaning you stay with me. You are left with me. You are, no. You are left with me. You stay with me. Stay means longer term. Left with me is just you and me together right now. Doesn't mean we're going to stay together. Just right now, you are left with me. You remain with me. You stay with me is, okay, 1 day, 1 hour, we're going to stay together. Alyssa, lots of questions. When it comes to grammar, in terms of grammar and grammar-wise, are these what is that word? I've never seen that. Synop? I can't even pronounce it. I think I gotta watch your live stream, Alyssa, teaching English. Oh, see, I don't know if that's a word or if your spelling is wrong. It says synonymless. I think you just wanted to say synonyms. Okay. I thought you were teaching me a new word. I had to decide if you spelt it wrong or if you knew a new word, and I decided you because you're so smart that you knew a new word, but I was wrong. You just spelt it wrong. All right. When it comes to grammar, in terms of grammar and grammar-wise, are these synonyms? Yes. When it comes to grammar, I am perfect. In terms of grammar, I am perfect. And grammar-wise, good expression there, I am perfect. That's not true. What's the opposite of perfect? Imperfect. Imperfect. I wrote it, I'm changing them all to imperfect. Okay, when it comes to grammar, I am imperfect. In terms of grammar, I am imperfect. Grammar-wise, I am imperfect. All of these would mean the same thing. Same thing. Hey, Anne. Happy to catch the live stream. Good. Wits, good evening, sir. Hello, Anne and Wits. Despite the fact and although. I think it's this. My reaction is it's the same. Yeah, that would be the same. Despite the fact just seems like essay talking. Nobody's really going to say that. That looks like something you're going to see in an essay. And yeah, that would mean although. So yeah, I would say that's the same. Layla. I can't watch the video because the time I have is limited or time is limited. Well, if you're talking about yourself, the time I have is limited. You're just, it's the same expression. Time, the expression is time is limited, but you are making it into a sentence here. The time I have is limited. So you're personalizing it. It's like this sentence. No time. Well, no time is an expression, but of course when we use it in a sentence, you got to put I have no time, okay? So the time I have is limited. That's correct. And Sleepwalker. I will stick to the rules despite the fact that I do not like them. I will stick to the rules although I do not like them. Again, yeah, same thing. Despite the fact, you can say that. People do say that, but I think that's more of a essay terminology. I'm going to say 99% of the time people are just going to say although. What rules are you talking about, Sleepwalker? What's the type of platforms do you get more English questions on? Oh, that was just on Shaw English Online. I put the link to the video and someone under the video put a question. Mob info. Let's take a look. Please explain use of on because on, right, start a vowel letter word like apple and apple, but other cases applies an S. SEO expert, please guide why and yeah, that's easy. So you have to know what's mob info. You have to know the difference between vowel here, a vowel as a noun, and the 5 main vowels, A, E, I, O, U. And then we have to know vowel sound. Vowel sounds. Okay, so there's 5 main vowels, but there's not 5 vowel sounds. There's, I don't know, actually, I don't know how many vowel sounds there are. There's probably over 10 at least vowel sounds. So usually we teach children a car. I don't like that capital. A car, and then an apple. Now, when you learn this, you probably learned this as a child. And we teach children this way to make it simple. We say, if there's an A and the next letter is a consonant, not a vowel, we just use A. And again, when we're teaching children, we say if there's a vowel here, we use an. So we teach children to look for vowels because they're children. They don't understand all the rules. But that's not actually the rule. The rule is use an before a vowel sound. This is the rule. Not before a vowel, before a vowel sound. So when you have, what was your word? An SEO. So we have to look at this word SEO. So what is the sound of the first letter? S. 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 So if I was writing that out, S, C, O. That's not how we write the word, but just for example here, an SCO, an S, more like an S. Oh, sorry. SEO. An SEO. SEO. So we can see the vowel sounds. Now it starts with a vowel sound. It actually starts with an eh. So another word, an easier word is an hour. So we say, I will see you in an hour. So this is an H. That is not a vowel, but of course, in English, in this word, the H is silent. We don't say the H. So this word, an hour, it starts with the vowel sound, an hour. See you in an hour. So use an before a vowel sound. And the opposite way, university student. Now we see a vowel there, but it starts with a Y sound, more of a Y sound. So starts with a Y sound, a consonant sound. Y, a university student. Okay. Okay, I hope you got it. I've taught that many times. I enjoy teaching that. Alyssa's already professional in English. She's not professional. She's fluent. Synonymous. Okay, synonymous. Got it. Layla is your favorite student. Yay. Layla is my loyal, very loyal student. I think Pallavi, you're also very loyal. You can't pick on. Pick on means tease. Or bother someone. Hola, Serba, Serbi. Let's see what you wrote here. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Teacher Robin, handsome? If call my brothers and sisters formal or not? I'm not sure your question. Well, you shouldn't. Is this the example sentence? Teacher Robin is handsome? That if you're calling someone handsome, that's informal. You shouldn't really call people beautiful, handsome unless you're very friendly. If they're strangers, and teachers, you can be formal. I'm not so formal, but teachers, you should be formal. Who's this? Dwee. Could you explain to me what different from those are sentences? What's the difference here? Okay. He is so nice that everybody likes him. And another sentence. He is such a nice boy that everybody likes him. Just two ways to say the same thing. In English, there's so many sentences we could use to describe the same thing. So it's just two different ways to say the same thing. They mean the same thing, just the grammar is different, or the words you chose are different. He is so nice that everyone likes him. He is such a nice boy that everyone likes him. I could even he is very nice, so everybody likes him. Just choosing different grammar ways. Oops, I forgot. He's very nice, so everybody likes him. Okay, same thing. They all mean the same thing. Is this correct? This is from Alyssa. Oh, big words here. The eligibility qualifications of a bachelor include wealth, status, and good looks. No. Well, grammatically, it's right, but the meaning of the sentence. So, what is a bachelor? Unless it's a joke. A bachelor is unmarried man. And I don't think we would put eligibility and qualifications together. So I'm going to cut out eligibility. The qualifications of a bachelor include wealth, status, and good looks. Yeah, you don't want to put eligibility and qualifications together. And let's see what you're trying to say here. We do have an expression. Just checking Google. We have the expression certified bachelor. Certified bachelor is someone usually over 35 that did a man who did not married. So we kind of jokingly say certified bachelor. It's official. They are unmarried if they're 35 and over. For women, we don't use this expression, only men. So a certified bachelor, if that's what you're trying to say, is a joke. But there are no qualifications of a bachelor other than being unmarried. So you don't need wealth, status, and good looks. Oh, sleepwalker. It's a bot? Robin, do you know what these bots? That's a bot? Vask Tech, that's a bot? I don't think I've seen the bots in my live stream before. Oh yeah, it's a bot. All right, I'll ban the... Thanks for notifying me, Sleepwalker. Okay, mob info. Palavi here. Let's take a look. Sir, what is formal and informal? Well, Layla should listen too. Layla has a lot of stress about this. So formal is, how can we explain? Very high level English, or polite. It can be business English and proper grammar. So this is formal English. So when do we use formal English? When you write an essay and you're getting a grade, or IELTS or TOEFL, all these English tests, where we have to show that we speak English. We're usually going to use in a formal style, right? We're not going to use slang. We're not going to use idioms. We can use some idioms, but we're trying to write a really good English paper. Now, it's also for speaking. When would you use formal speaking? When you're meeting someone new for the first time, you might be more formal. At a job interview, you're going to be very formal, right? At a job interview, you're going to be polite. It's going to be business style. You're probably wearing something nice for the job interview. And you're going to try to speak the best English you can. Informal, which is often called casual, is how we normally talk to our friends, all right? So we use slang, we use bad words. When you talk to your friends, you don't care about the grammar, you don't care what you say, you just speak. It's going to have grammatical mistakes, it's going to be mixed in with all kinds of slang and bad words. So that's casual. Now, of course, informal or casual is most of English speaking. So when you're studying English as a child, you're learning usually formal. So when you're studying English in the classroom, your teacher's probably teaching you formal English. But when you watch a Hollywood movie, it's casual, it's informal, right? They're joking, they're saying, grammar mistakes, bad words, slang, very casual. So a lot of students, they learn English and then they think, oh, I have to improve my English. So they watch like CNN or BBC. CNN and BBC, that's too formal. That's not going to help your English. So I never recommend CNN or BBC. This is not real English. When you're learning to speak English, you got to learn more of the casual style, listening and speaking. So Layla always asks me about starting sentences with and, but, because. Now, generally, we don't start sentences with and, but, because in formal writing, but you can do that in informal writing, no problem. And also informal is like Facebook, Twitter, texting people. That's all casual, informal. All right, I gotta move on. Mob info. What did you say? I know my English. Oh, let's change the color. I know my English is not true, but I'm working on my English learning through Shaw English and this channel. You're a really great work for us. Oh, God bless you. Thank you very much, Mob Info. I think your English is better than you think. A lot of people, they come here, oh, my English is terrible, but actually it's pretty good. So, Mob Info, you're talking to me right now. I'm a native speaker. I understand you. I understand your words. So you're communicating successfully. Good job. Eligible bachelor. Oh, I see. Eligible bachelor. Oh, okay, that's a little different. Yeah, an eligible bachelor is a term that means that person is desirable. I'm writing under eligible bachelor, desirable unmarried man. Yeah, so yeah, if you said eligible bachelor, now I understand. If they're desirable, probably they have wealth and status and the other things you said. Sleepwalker. I was surprised when I heard that phrasal verbs we shouldn't use in formal writing too. There's just so many some phrasal verbs maybe, but I think most native speakers don't even know. Most native speakers don't even know the term phrasal verbs. If I walked up to a native speaker, I said, "What is a phrasal verb?" Most native speakers do not know what a phrasal verb is. Some people watching right now don't know what a phrasal verb is. I'm not teaching phrasal verbs right now, but Sleepwalker, phrasal verbs are usually short. So if you're writing an essay, you want to use bigger words, more precise words. And phrasal verbs are very good for speaking, but in writing, you want to use better words. So you can use informal writing. I don't think anybody would care too much, but it's good to try and use more precise words in. And if I wish I had an example right now. Give me a phrasal verb. Let's see. All right. So in this sentence here, I wrote precise words means exact words. Now I wrote a phrasal verb here. You should see to your oops, I forgot, got a spelling. You should see to your injury. Now this is a very common way to express this phrasal verb. And what does this phrasal verb mean? See to your injury. So if you're writing an essay or an article or something, yeah, you can write this. People will understand. But it would be better to use a more precise word. What does C2 mean in this context? It could mean check your injury. It could mean treat your injury. Visit the doctor. So the phrasal verb is not always a precise, exact meaning. So in your writing, if you're writing formal writing, it would be better if you wanted to say treat, you should treat your injury. That would be a better precise word to use, not the phrasal verb. But again, if you use the phrasal verb, I don't think it would be that big of a problem. All right, Layla's telling a joke. Let's see Layla's joke. Robin will pick on us if we say our English is not good enough. Yeah, I won't pick on you. I will get angry. So there's a little difference between I will scold you and I will pick on you. Now, scold you is not funny. I will pick on is funny. Ha 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 ha. When I'm teasing you. Scold is serious. The teacher doesn't pick on students. The teacher scolds students. So if you say your English is not good, I'll say, hey, your English is great. You shouldn't say that. I usually never pick on students. I usually don't tease students. Sir, are we all talking like informal English here? Yeah. I think everyone in the chat is just kind of informal. It's informal because, if you're writing, you guys are typing, if this was like your sentence here, this should be capital. You're not following the rules, right? You just wrote sir. Now for the comment section, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not complaining. But in formal writing, we have to make sure, sir. Are we all talking what we'd say in informal English here? And you have an exclamation. This should be a question mark. Okay. Now I fixed it to formal style. What you typed is kind of informal. I don't care because it's a chat. But if you're writing an essay, I would fix up the grammar. I would make sure this is capital. I would make sure we're following all the rules. There it is again, VarkTech. Get rid of them. Okay, see you, Leila. All right, I'll finish up this live stream in a couple minutes here. I'll just finish up the last questions. You should take care of your injury. Take care. I would get in writing, I would say be more precise. Take care. What does that mean? Can a magnum opus be applied to any person's? We usually don't use magnum opus. I never use that. We don't usually use that for normal people. That's usually used for great people. So, no, we don't use it for just normal people. Magnum opus. So we would use that for, fix up your... Can a magnum opus, this is kind of a collection of great work. So for example, if we're talking about Christopher Nolan, how do you spell his name? Nolan, the director of The Dark Knight and Interstellar and Tenet. So he's a great person, a great director. So his magnum opus is, I don't know, The Dark Knight series, maybe. His greatest achievement, his greatest directing movies. I don't know. We wouldn't use it for like me. I wouldn't say my magnum opus is whatever. That's a Latin word, by the way. We don't use that. Where'd you get that, Alyssa? And I always like listening to stories, audiobooks. Great. Awesome. This is the kind of things you students need to do. I always like listening to stories, audiobooks, and also listening grammar. Yeah, listening. Stories, audiobooks, great for you. Pallavi, do you always follow grammar rules? No, I break them all the time when I'm speaking. On the Shaw English online channel, these days I edit every video. So there's Esther's videos, there's Bill's videos, there's Fanny's videos, and when I edit their videos, it takes a long time to edit a video for me. I'm not fast. I'm not professional. But I hear every word, pronunciation, grammar. I am an expert on how these teachers speak. I know exactly how they pronounce words. I know their bad habits. I know how when they break grammar rules, when they say wrong words. I know everything about these teachers. Now, the people watching, the students watching, probably will not realize when the teacher is breaking a grammar rule, because native speakers often break a grammar rule when they're speaking, especially me. But yeah, when I'm editing their videos, I'll be listening and I found some grammar. When they were speaking, they broke some grammar rule, but nobody's going to notice. I noticed, but nobody's going to notice. Every foreigner does that. There's no perfect speaker. So yeah, you are learners. I'm a teacher. We should always try to follow and speak using the best grammar. We should try to improve ourselves. But, in reality, we often break rules. We don't worry about, if I'm talking to Esther and I break some grammar rules and she breaks, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Marine Chimizi. She's asking about the desirable bachelor. So desirable, something that is desirable, you want. So a bachelor is the unmarried man. So who's a desirable bachelor these days? So Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm writing. So Leonardo DiCaprio is not married. He's single. He's a bachelor. All right? He's a bachelor. He is not married. So, but I want to say he's desirable. And what does that mean? That means many women want him. They desire him. All right? So they want to marry him or go out with him or something. He's a desirable bachelor. From a video titled Magnum Opus, Your Purpose in Life. Yeah, I guess you could apply it to yourself, but we don't. That's just the video title, looking special. Pick on you. Find fault with you? No, yeah, it can be pick on is teasing, kind of joking way. There's many ways, pick on is a phrasal verb. There's many meanings of pick on. But the way Layla was using it is more of kind of teasing, I think. All right, I'm going to go, guys. Thanks for joining, and let's go back to the main screen. Thank you for your questions. I hope I improved your English, and it was nice to see you guys today. I did my best. I made a lot of mistakes myself, but hopefully we're all better after watching this video, including me. See you guys next week. Take care.